I see 5 daily habits keeping business owners stuck, and in this episode, we're going to discuss how to break them. These habits hinder your growth and stop you getting the success that you want. It's that old age picture of seeing somebody pushing a boulder up a hill. It's hard work and it reduces your energy, reduces your ability to get faster results. So stick around, I'm going to walk you through the 5 habits that are keeping you stuck, and we're going to show you exactly how to break them so everything becomes so much easier. My name's Gary Das, I'm a lifestyle entrepreneur. I've been in business since 2006, and as a dad with 4 kids and a wife and 2 businesses and multiple teams, productivity and having the right habits and right discipline in the right places is what's led me to be the lifestyle entrepreneur with more time, more freedom and more autonomy to do the things that I want with who that I want, whilst building a business, earning an income and living a lifestyle that I truly love. Number 1 is information, or otherwise known as shelf development. Having spent 10 years building a business that I hated, and in 2016 going into a business, marketing and personal development world, I've now spent in excess of £300,000 on my own personal development and education. However, I can quantify that £300,000 investment has made me in excess of £5 million. The reason is because of the compound effect. When you learn something and you implement it and you take action on that information, you get fast results. The key is discipline, habits, and consistency. The problem, having spent my time with hundreds of business owners and entrepreneurs, is it's like the shiny penny syndrome, constantly seeking the latest trends, the new hacks, when in actual fact, they haven't implemented anything that they've already learned up until this point. Being on that hamster wheel of Infomania leads to huge amounts of distraction. It prevents you being able to take action. So here's my solution as to what's worked for me to achieve what I have been able to since 2016. So it's really simple. Schedule time for learning, and secondary, schedule time for action and implementation. When you do that, think about the 80-20 rule. You want to put 20% of your effort into learning something and 80% into putting it into practice. That leads me into number 2, which is the knowing and doing gap. Now it's very similar, but having again spent so much time in rooms with people, if you sit down and learn 10 things, how do you know which one of those 10 to take action on? I would suggest that it's much simpler, and what has worked for me is reading one book and implementing one book, learning one thing, implementing one thing. Instead of going a mile wide, go a mile deep. So after learning something, rather than thinking about the next 10 steps, just commit to one step on that one thing. That will lead to huge business growth. Number 3 is the achievement addiction, and I've been hugely guilty of this in my early years of business. Constantly looking to the future, constantly living and moving towards the next goal, rather than simplifying it and focusing on the here and now and the current achievements. That mindset in my early days almost led to what you might call burnout. I was exhausted, I was frustrated, I hated the day-to-day of my business because I was always wanting to strive for the next goal, the next goal, the next goal. But I never just sat down and looked at the past or looked at the present. The game changer for me was to stop focusing on pounds purely and start focusing on people and having more time. And I did that sitting down on a Sunday and just documenting what were my biggest lessons from that week. Where could I have improved? How was my energy? What was my life like with the kids and with the wife? And how was I as a leader towards my team? That Sunday reflection was a game changer because it set me up for more success and made me more self-aware in the following week. Number 4, the multitasking obsession. I hate to burst your bubble, but multitasking is absolute bullshit. The example, and here's the game for you, is start by counting and doing the alphabet at the same time and see how far you get. Example, A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, F6, G7, I8, J9, K10, L11. You get slower the further you get in because your brain has to think about too many different things. Give it a go. Multitasking is ineffective. If you're putting your energy towards 10 things, you're giving 10 things 10% of your energy. Putting 100% of your energy into one thing is going to lead to less overwhelm, reduced procrastination, and a hell of a lot more action. So just focus on one task at a time and you will improve your quality and your efficiency. Number 5, phone addiction. And stop lying to yourself. I'm addicted to my phone. You're addicted to your phone. The sooner we begin to realize this, the sooner you will become more productive and your habits will begin to improve and your life will begin to change. If your notifications are constantly going off, it's taking you away from productive work. If you're in the midst of a conversation and you hear that ding, you're not giving the love and attention to the person that you're speaking with or engaging with. Exactly the same as I had to tell my daughter off at dinner last night when her phone pinged because she shouldn't even had her phone at the dinner table. Designate specific times for checking your phone. It will stop you interrupting deep work. It will stop you getting distracted. It will give you more focus. Out of sight, out of mind. If you keep your phone away from you, then you don't need to be distracted by it. Breaking these 5 habits will hugely increase your productivity and help you to get way more done. But my advice is implement them one at a time. Don't try and implement all 5 at once because that doesn't lead to consistency and that equally isn't a good habit to try and do all things at all points in time. Master one, then move on to the next. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Hit me up in the comments with your experience. Remember that small changes lead to big wins. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. Remember, a lifestyle entrepreneur focuses on mind, body, and business. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.